Happy Friday. How y'all doing? I hope you guys are having an awesome day, an outstanding day, standing outside your comfort zones, thinking outside of the box, using your creativity. After that full moon we had in Pisces, I just know your manifestations and your blessings are coming through. Even though you possibly might not see it, it is coming. Have faith. Stand in your knowing. So I want to do a tarot card reading. This is going to be for the general collective. Whoever's going to see this, little bits and pieces might resonate with you. There's going to be two different sides to every message, you know. Sometimes I use words like he, she, him, her, or they. I want you to place yourself in the position that fits for you. Even though I might be projecting and talking about somebody else, that might be you. And I want you to sit in your truth. Okay? And this is just something for you to think about. Know that even though I totally, completely believe in tarot, in the spirituality of it, and I believe and trust my spirit guides, this is for entertainment purposes only. If you would like a personal reading, please message me. I do offer free readings from time to time in my group. And I will always let you know when those are going to be, but I don't do them a lot. If you'd like to join my group, you could always find it. It's Drops of Lady Aku 222. All right, Spirit, what message do we have for the collective? Pleiades. Oh, wow. So you have two messages that came out. So Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay. We're going to read about that one first. I'm going to read straight from the book, okay? Because I don't want you guys to miss any messages that it has for you. I use things around me as well to channel. So whatever music, if something happens outside, that will also become part of this message. Any numbers or numerology, that will also become part of this message. So pay attention to some of these things. I'm going to be reading from page 118. That number might mean something to you as well. So it says Pleiades. The Pleiadians, here, let me prop this up. It's a double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission, which is to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest and are so perhaps you are already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. So what they want you to know is to work your light transmission, which means, I'm going to put this down here so we can read it together. It says to hold the card on your heart and say, I call upon Pleiadian consciousness of the highest realms and highest good of humanity to work through me. Let me be a channel for only the purest light of the essence of Source. Let me channel in a way that also serves me. So this is, remember, a double mission. We don't come here alone. If you have thought that there's only one person who has the answer, you have been mistaken. When there's one, there's always more. The second card is called Birthing a New Age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And I'm going to read that for you as well. So number 92 might be significant to you. Okay. So often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. But be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and old ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essenes, I think I'm pronouncing that right, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from pasts. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. So your work, your light activation is this. Hold the card to your heart and say, I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me, please lead me, and please show me the way. It's as simple as asking. All right, what is their next message, Spirit? And after these, I'm going to do a couple more oracle cards, and then I'm going to get into tarot and dig into the depths of what's going on. That is many, but I'm just going to take the top one, okay? Have faith in your dreams. 26. So you can also pay attention to the number 26. So it says, don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever's happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is you want. If you can't take practical steps, Spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download the information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for your very positive outcome and to the situation you're asking about. So keep faith. So attune to the moon. What the book says is, let's focus here. Say, I am focused on what I want. And the additional meanings for this card is just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. And don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold. And dig a little deeper to find more courage. The teaching is the waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the 8 main moon phases. But even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when you pull this card, it still suggests you need to really pursue your dreams. It's the time to put your foot down hard and chase your goals, or as you chase your goals. So don't give up. Put your best foot forward, okay? Have faith in your dreams. And also, I'm going to pull some Abundance Angels cards. If you have joined me, I just want to say welcome. Let's see, it shows that Nicole is watching. Hi, Nicole. How are ya? All right, what does the Abundance Angels have to say? Let's focus on your money and your wealth and your prosperity. What is going on? Let's see here. Okay. Says, take a divinely guided chance. It says, a positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And you know what? That is a message that I had received earlier today. That was just something that Spirit had told me, is that it's time for me to step out of my comfort zone. It's something that you hear a lot of entrepreneurs say is, oh, you got to step out of the box. You got to think outside of the box. You got to do things you've never done before. But for so many of us, that could be something as simple as not having that cup of coffee in the morning and just drinking some water so you can get your organs moving the right way. You know, just changing certain things up that you used to do. A lot of times we get stuck in our patterns, and what we have is called muscle memory. A lot of things we do is because our muscles remember it's what they're used to doing. So we need to build new patterns, and the same goes for what we invest in financially. So if we change our patterns during the day, we can change our patterns in things that we invest in, and that will change our money flow as well. Okay, good. I hope you're doing well too. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. So I'm going to read this card to you, okay? It says take it divinely. So 109 might be a number you see today that you focus on. It says that this card encourages you to move forward with your inner guidance, even if you presently can't foresee how it will all work out. When you take a chance with the guidance that you're receiving, your actions are saying that you trust God and the angels. Placing our trust in the divine makes good sense, since heaven can see our actions from a 360-degree perspective that we often lack. God and the angels can see the repercussions of our actions echoing out into infinity. Whereas we are lucky to be able to accurately predict the ripple effect through the next day. Very few monumental and important tasks have been achieved by people who did not take some sort of risk. We know that it can be intimidating, but trust that you are being led towards a positive and abundant future. God and the angels are with you every step of the way, ensuring that you will only receive that which is for your highest good. The angels of abundance are not encouraging you to take needless risks or to behave recklessly, however. Ensure that you are following your divine guidance, not some ego-based desire. Greed, anger, and lust are not the emotions of the angels, and they will never guide you with those feelings. True non-ego-based guidance comes from the love, inspiration, and giving. You can be assured that if you are receiving guidance that does not come from a place of deep and powerful love, it is not true guidance and you should not follow it. You can always ask God to help you to know if your guidance is true or not, and you will receive clear signs to answer you. Now, as I was reading this, when I came to the spot of where it says God and the angels can see our repercussions of our actions echoing out into infinity, I got a picture of me standing at the Grand Canyon and yelling certain things out. And it was echoing. And then I got another picture of me at a lake in Anacortes, Washington, where I was just yelling everything I was mad about, everything that was hurting me. And it had me think, oh my gosh, sound waves and frequencies are continuous. They never stop. Just because we push it forward, it has nothing to stop it. So with that being said, we can live in a perpetual cycle of what we emote. So if you're going to yell something out about yourself, if you're going to speak about yourself, make sure it's going to come back to you. When you're speaking about your business and your opportunities, speak positively about what is going on about your business. When people ask about, hey, what's going on? Don't tell them your fears or what is not working for you. Tell them all the good things that are working for you. Okay? Edify yourself and edify your business. And you will see that come back to you. Okay. Side note. Okay, Spirit. Now I'm going to dig into the tarot here. Thank you for all the love and the hearts, you guys. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. I feel it too. And just know that I'm sending it right back to you. With all this sass and with all this ass. I hope you feel it. What message you have for the collective spirit? Okay, so you have 3 cards that came out. So the first one is we have death in reverse. We have the Sun card. And we have the Princess of Discs in reverse. So from what I'm gathering, let me tilt this down a little bit. Let's start with this. Now, the Death card speaks of endings. And the Death card also speaks of new beginnings. It talks about transformation, a rebirth, letting old things die and go away and starting something new. This is why Spirit said to take a divinely guided chance. To do something, to take a risk, do something new, something you've never done before. But to be mindful about how you're doing it. In the reverse, this card can talk about a past situation, even so it was in the past situation, or the past position, but also with it being in the reverse position like this, It talks about refusing to change, being stuck in patterns, being stuck in your old way, outdated thinking. But also, it can talk about how, and let's go to this card here first before I continue. The Sun card is illumination, it's happiness, it's being youthful, it's something new. So the old is dead and gone, right? And you have rebirth. This is so befitting. You're starting a new beginning, a new chapter in your life. And wasn't that one of the first cards we had? Birthing a new age? From death to the sun, you are being reborn. And the second card we had was Pleiades, channeling and uplifting humanity. And the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. So instead of focusing on all the things that have burdened us in the past, it's time to let that go. It's time to join forces with others and recognize that we can't do this alone. It's okay to be, I remember in my previous reading where I was talking about immaturity, how you can't give a child a steak. But it's great and it's beneficial to be childlike, to continuously learn. A lot of us get stuck in our patterns of, I did this all on my own. And that's actually a trauma response when you do things all by yourself. To truly understand that what this card says is a double mission. Channeling and uplifting humanity. One hand washes the other. You've heard that. You've heard, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But it's also to find people who give you the same energy back in return. Some people say, well, you shouldn't give and expect anything in return. But remember when I read about the echo, whatever you put out is still a frequency that doesn't stop. It never ends. Just because you can't hear that echo anymore doesn't mean it's not being bounced around the universe. It will come back. It's time to join forces with others. Let bygones be bygones. Old relationships. Also, you might be feeling like you've ended some relationships from your childhood or people that you have known for a while. And it's time to make new friends. You might be going through a mourning period where you're like, you know what, I almost like an F it mood. Where it's like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and let that relationship die because I realized that I was holding on to it for far too long. This relationship that you let go of, friendship or whatever, was on life support. With this being in past energy, you have been holding on and holding on and holding on for so long that you can't afford it anymore. It's time to make a change. Look at that. There's two people here. I want you to look at this card. Sets of two. Two here. Two here. There's one here and one here. And there's one here. I don't know if there's another one. But we're not alone. No matter what we do. In order to build a foundation, you need 4 legs to secure a table. Well, right now, see how this is upside down? If this were a table and that wasn't burning, just flip it around. God is saying that you have burned things from both ends and it's time to build something new. Time to make new alliances. Time to go out and meet new people. I'd say your old friend group isn't even working for you most of the time. It's okay to open up and to be vulnerable to new relationships and to see things from a different perspective. Always have your guard up, but don't be so protected that you're not able to receive the information that the divine is giving you out of being hurt, okay? This is the happiest that right now. I'd say this is a good thing. You saw what this person was about, or what these people, whomever you have let go, were about, and you saw, okay, it's not serving me. Not that they're worthless, but they're just not serving you at this level. Some people can't go where you're going. This is why they're in the afterlife. Something new is being born out of this. Yeah, death can be very, very, very hard to deal with if you don't have an understanding of what happens and what the purpose of it is. Evolution. Whatever is lost, whatever has gone, has died, will be born again, okay? And there will be happiness. In the future position, we have the Princess of Discs, and what that stands for is, in traditional tarot, it's actually a pregnancy, okay? But it's also an offering, a gift of some sort. This is somebody, it could be a young woman, but it could be a man as well, okay? We see a non-binary person here. This is someone who likes to take care of children, who educates children. And it's very, very befitting following this here. Spirit, what are you showing me here? It did come in the reversed position for the future. So in the future, whatever gift you are going to give someone, Spirit is saying, don't worry about giving to them. Worry about right now, where you're happiest now. If you focus on the future too much, you won't have anything, you won't have any sustenance right now. If you're giving your energy too far ahead into the future, it won't grow. The situation will die. That child inside of you will die. You know, in school, we're always focusing on our future. What do you want to be when you grow up? And this is like that Toys R Us. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I could play with. Okay, but in the reverse position, it's like not only you're matured, but spiritually inside, you're somebody new. You're also letting old thought processes and your ego die here. You're realizing that it's okay to learn new things and accept new information. Also, I see a paradigm shift here, which I remember the last reading that was a large energy as well, of also someone in religion. I'm picking up someone who is also Mormon here, taking information and realizing that there's also more to the story, that not everything, and I don't mean to just talk about Mormons, but I'm just giving an example of someone who knew one thing, who grew up a certain way, and is now able to shift into something new. And using that information that they received in a completely enlightened way. And not so much in a religious way. This is complete illumination here. This is beautiful. This is happiness. So if you're not feeling quite happy, please trust that it's okay to shift your perception of things. Whomever is around you, don't worry about what they're going through, because we're ever changing. The divine is working on them just as much as they are working on you, and you are a new creation. You're going to see a lot of people say, you're not who you used to be. You're not the same person that I remember. I want that old person back. Or they might not say it, but you know that they're thinking it. You want to know why? Because your intuition knows. Welcome to the New Age is a song that I'm hearing right now. Who sings that? Imagine Dragons? Welcome to the New Age. Birthing a new age. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's dig deeper into this death card. Hey, Rochelle. Welcome, baby. What is this death card about, Spirit? Sorry. Can you clarify this death card in reverse and why it's here? Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles, which is works, in the reverse. What this stands for in the reverse is the reason why you had to let somebody or an idea or a job go is because they wouldn't work together with you. They weren't good partners. It was more of a my way or the highway, or maybe you didn't like their ideas and you just couldn't hop on board. And when it's in the upright, Spirit is telling you it's okay to work together. This is camaraderie, working towards the same goal. But this is also community. In reverse, it was death to a community. So you've gotten rid of a lot of people in your life. You might possibly even be leaving a home, be leaving a city, or just a couple friends in your life saying, you know what, or maybe even just an organization saying, you know what, this isn't working for me. This company no longer serves me. These people no longer serve me. And that's why that's in the reverse. And I'm glad I did clarify that, because it did just confirm or affirm exactly what I was thinking. I'm glad you're getting so much clarity on this. I appreciate the feedback. Feeling the spread this morning. All right. One more. Let's get one more for the death card, Spirit. Okay. No, Spirit said, oh, we got two more. Okay. We got two more. This is why. Okay, so this left you in anxiety, because that's what the Nine of Swords is. Swords represents the mental, the logic. Nine of Swords represents sitting up thinking about it all night. You're constantly at night when you go home from work, or maybe you're a business owner, you're constantly thinking of new ways to implement ideas and how you can better serve people. You're worried about if it's working for you, if it's even going to bring you money. You're worried about your health. You're worried about your kids. You're worried about the dogs and everybody else. And what is it doing? It's putting swords in you. Anxiety causes sickness and illness. I'm picking up some throat things too. If you've got a sore throat, lemon ain't gonna do it. You know what's gonna do it is some water and some clarity, and saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and release this. I'm gonna let it die, because there's no need for me to worry about it anymore. Okay, let the old way of whatever company you're working for. Sometimes it's okay to stick, I'm picking up an entrepreneur. Sometimes it's okay to stick with the company, but do things your way. They might have some bias on, well, we don't want you to advertise like this or this, because we might blackball you. But you know what? You need to do what's going to work for you in order to make it grow. But also, what am I picking up? With the Hangman here, it's like you've been doing this for so long. You've been waiting around for so long just for answers from these people, from this organization, from your partner. I don't know who I'm picking up here. but you've waited so long for a new perspective, that you finally got it. We have the Hangman in reverse. This is finally seeing things for what it is. You've spent way too much money. Whoa, look at that. Do you see that? Money on phones and cell phones and credit cards. You are chained to this because of ego. Okay, you let all that blood rush to your head, because a hangman is somebody hanging upside down. Being hung upside down. And if you look at this, do you see this crane? See this crane in the moon? Remember I said you were up all night? Look at this. Look at this card here. Look at this crane with the sun behind it. And here we are with the sun right here. But this was in the reverse. And this hangman was in the reverse. So it's no longer working for you. You've spent all the money you can by trying to prove yourself, trying to not feel like a failure. It's something, but it's time for it to give back to you. Bling, bling. It's time to give back to you. It's time to do something new. And don't be ashamed. You're trying to do it for your kids. You're trying to do it for the community. You're trying to uplift others. But sometimes I'm also picking up... I was watching this girl today about HempWorks. I used to be part of HempWorks and My Daily Choice. I used to sell these CBD drops and vitamins and things like that, because I'm all about my health and wanting to do better. Because of me, I want to feel better. I wanted to solve my own personal issues, but it was nice to have others be on the journey with me to feel better. And it was also a movement to where I'm picking up beauty as well. But in there, she was talking about MLMs and how MLMs are a scam, which is multi-level marketing for some of you who don't know what MLM means. But if we think about it, every business is an MLM. And I was like, why is she even talking like that? Does she not notice that a Rite Aid, there's always a chain of command, and then we pay the people below. We have advertisings. We have people who work for us. We have specific brands that we put on the shelf, right? So how is that a scam? And then she got to talking about business volumes. And I realized, wow, how I had to spend $175 each month by purchasing the product, but also to be able to sell the product. And it was something that I believed in so much. And then I would bring people on. I would recruit people under me. And the people that I recruited, they believed in me. And when my health started suffering and I wasn't bringing in the business volume, I had to start living a lie. And even though I looked beautiful on the outside, my energy and my spirit said different. And whether they could tell or not, they still felt something different from me. And they weren't doing as well. So what I'm trying to say is you can take whatever God gives you and you can make it amazing. But I realized you can pimp yourself. I could have spent $70 just by buying the product, versus putting my whole heart and soul into a business that was really stealing all of my money. They were really emptying all of my pockets. So not only that, but my family was mad at me because certain things weren't being paid on time. You know, my boyfriend at the time was like, why do you even spend money on that? And my upline, I was getting angry at my upline because I wasn't getting the answers I needed. They couldn't tell me themselves because guess what? We were all given the same information. which is very similar to religion. We're all given the same information, but it only hits different when you ask the divine, when you ask God to give you that new perspective. And with the hangman, that's when you get that clarity, that illumination, that aha moment. It's all about me and being childlike and still loving what I do. That's the spirit you need to be in. So out with the old and in with the new. So don't let whatever anybody else is telling you about your business affect you. It's okay to do new things. It's okay to get new outfits. It's okay to put on makeup. I'm picking up the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. Remember when, what's her name? She was working out and her husband Ed didn't understand why. And she was doing new things, and he could, for the life of him, he couldn't figure out why she was doing it. But it was for her. She was trying to make everybody else happy around her. She was trying to make her relationship better with her husband. She was, Mrs. Threadgood. She wanted Miss Threadgood come live with her. She wanted to give back to her community. And that's what this card is about as well. Giving back to your community, working together for your highest good. But in reverse, it felt like no one else wanted to jump on the bandwagon with her. But now you see it for what it is, and you realize it's not your job to carry their energy. It is not your job. These are supposed to be partnerships, but when one person doesn't carry the load, it's okay to drop the ball. Okay? You don't need to carry it anymore. And that's why this is in the reverse. This crane is in the reverse, and this crane is in the reverse. Drop the ball. It's going to be like day and night. When you let things go, people are going to be like, holy shit, I don't know what she's on. She's crazy. He's crazy. I don't know what he's doing these days. He's changed so much. He don't even talk to me barely. And you're going to make people come to you. They're going to be like, what's going on with them? Why are they acting so brand new? Nah, honey, I'm not acting brand new. You acting brand new. Because you thought I was going to be Boo-Boo the Fool. You thought I was going to hang on to all your insecurities for you. No, honey, I'm not. I'm going to continuously learn. I'm going to continuously invest in myself. And I'm going to continuously grow and be like a child. Because when I'm like that, God will continuously illuminate and light my path. And here we go with this Princess of Discs in the reverse for the upcoming future. I'm going to clarify that. Clarify the Princess of Discs in reverse, please. You don't got to babysit nobody. That's what Spirit's telling me. You aren't here to babysit other people's feelings. Sometimes we're too damn nice. You can be, you can speak your truth and be very matter of fact and assertive without having to kiss somebody's ass. That's not your job. You can still be someone's shoulder to lean on and not coddle them. That's what I'm hearing. Get like me. Now, my way is not always effective, but it is. I know that sounds like ridiculous. It's not, but it is. It works. People will think they might not like it. I saw this meme today that said, nobody who tells the truth has any friends. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Okay, so we got 3 cards, and I like this. I really like it. Okay, so we're confirming this. The Princess of Discs, letting go of childish ways, other people's childish behaviors. Don't match their energy. Do not match their energy. Actually, remember that card where it says to dig your heels into the ground? This one here, when we read about it, Put your best foot forward. That's what this is. Remember the hangman here hanging by a foot? It's in the reverse. Now you're putting your best foot forward. See that? You're no longer hanging upside down. But also Spirit is saying, don't play the martyr. Don't go around bitching about how so-and-so and so-and-so didn't do this, didn't do that, didn't do this. Okay? We don't want to echo that out because those people will continuously sit in that energy if you're speaking that spell on them. So what you do is you switch up. It's okay to be a switch up sometimes. And if people get mad at you and say, oh, well, he and she is just a switch up, they ain't the same no more. Oh, well, let them sit in their own piss. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so clarifying this Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Discs, the feminine energy of it. We all have masculine and feminine energies in us. So it doesn't mean you're a boy or a girl per se. It's just that energy. We have the Fool. This is taking a leap of faith. Take a divinely guided chance. Do something new. If you got to jump off that ledge, at least you know what balcony you're going to jump onto. This spirit is here saying, remember these angels back here? Remember those little angels? They're like, I got you. Look, 2 doves, 3 doves. Birds of a feather flock together. You take a leap of faith. Look at this. This is number 0, but look at that mark through it. No trespassing. Don't let people trespass on your feelings. Don't let people trespass on your mind and what the divine has, look at this, another one, has given you. Where you going, not everybody else can go. No matter if you're married, with children or not. What God is going to illuminate in you, not everybody's going to like that because they don't have that same light that you do. And that's what's going to make you different. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition and I feel it. But competition isn't always a bad thing. Just don't compete with anybody else. Do not, because God said, I'm going to carry you. I'm going to show you the way. You keep looking down, but I'm illuminating what's up. Okay? You keep looking down at the path below you, but you still going up, baby. Because look at this guy here. Look at this guy. You growing. You going from this little baby here, and now you elevating. So not only are you taking a chance, you're taking a risk on yourself. It says all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And that's exactly what we got here. Slow and steady wins the race is always what I hear when I get the Knight of Discs. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Imagine someone, this is not only a promise, but it is solid. It is a solid offer. It's something that's growing. It's something that is earthbound in the 3D that is tangible. That's what this card talks about as well. And that's what this card talks about. And this one too. Everything is coming into the 3D. And what do I mean by that? Everything that you have prayed for is now being delivered to you. And I remember at the beginning, I said, you might not see it now, but it is coming slowly, but surely. Let everybody else in your life run around with their head cut off, wondering what you're doing. As long as you know what you're doing is all that matters. But know that it is coming, trust. And you're going to be doing something new. This guy here, when I read about him, he's not even a culinary chef, but he's trying something new. This is, trying a new dish, trying a new way of living, a new way of eating. Spirit is saying also, if you're in a car that you don't like, go trade your car in. If it's too slow for you, get into something that's going to make you feel better, that's going to encourage you. But also we have the Prince of Cups. Okay, this is the Page of Cups. So we have somebody also, once you take a leap of faith on yourself, there's also somebody who is going to come in. I'm picking up another message here with an apology. Not everybody's going to see what you're doing, but you do have someone who's slowly coming in and saying, hey, I want to apologize. I'm really sorry about what happened. But also, once you step into faith and step into that new level, they're going to be like, oh, now I see where she was going, or now I see where he was going with this. And they're going to get on the same page. Right now, you and these other people are not on the same page. Not that you'll never be on the same page, because Spirit is saying, once you do this, this is what's going to happen, because we are clarifying this for future. This is the Princess of Discs. This was in your future position in the reverse. Once you stop babysitting people's feelings and elevate yourself and stop holding yourself back for the sake of them and their feelings, they'll come around. But also what the Prince of Cups is seeing your innocence, seeing a new offer of love. It's a brand new beginning and something new as well. Maybe a new business venture or a relationship that you have started. There is new love developing that is promising. Okay. So take it how it resonates. This is a general message. This is not a personal message, but if it resonates with you, that means it was meant for you today. Okay. So with that being said, that is it for the tarot reading. It says, I release what did that message just say? Hold on here. So that definitely fits with the energy of today. I release jealousy, self to others. I release jealousy and comparing myself to others. Alone in a room, it's just me and you. But my life is so cloudy. Guide me until I'm sure I open up my heart. What message do you have for the collective? And these are your affirmations. Sometimes it takes a little bit for these to come out. What message do you have? What can we leave them with, Spirit? What affirmations can we leave them with? I think that affirmation that I released jealousy and comparing myself to others was it. But one did pop over. When I'm tuned in to the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So that is your affirmation for today. That will be your mantra. Focus on that. When I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. Don't hold on to anybody else's insecurities or lack mindset. Your journey is self-evolution. Even though you have a soul tie or you're partnered with somebody, yes, that in itself is a covenant. And even growing up in church, we hear where two are gathered together, I am with them, or two become one. But you still have your own journey to grow. And as you do that, others will as well. Iron sharpens iron. So worry about you and your abundance, because that's all God is worried about, okay? Much love. I hope this message found you in great spirit. Talk to you guys later. Let me get a drink of this goodness.